Jason here. How are you doing today on this beautiful Saturday? Oh my gosh, we are talking about living out loud, and I just am thankful that you have joined me, and I know I'm very thankful for the times you've joined me before. I'm honored that you've taken some time out of your day to listen in and join in on the conversation. And I want to encourage you, please say hi in the chat. Let me know you're here, and we can open up a conversation here. I want to inspire you today to live out loud. And I want to inspire you to not give up, to continue on. I want to inspire you to bring life to your dreams and your calling. Now, today's a Saturday. I'm sitting here in my office today, having a cup of coffee, and I like to use Saturdays for planning. Generally speaking, when it's Monday through Friday for me, I'm in production mode. I have a list of things that I want to do every single day. I've got my week all planned out, generally speaking, and then Saturdays I go. Obviously, I'm in to-do mode around the house. But it's also my planning day. I try to set aside some time for planning. And then Sunday, I go to church and I rest. And so that's kind of how my week is. Your week may be a little different, but it's easy to slip into the I'm going to work hard 7 days a week. It's also easy to slip into I'm going to work hard all week, and then on the weekend I'm going to have fun and rest. But what's easy to get left out of our schedule is recentering our compass and our direction. And you may be able to do that weekly. Maybe you can't do that weekly, but I want to encourage you to set aside some time each week and each month and quarter, just a little bit of time to check your direction and make sure you're headed where exactly you want to go. Because it's so easy for urgencies and external things to draw our attention and get us off track, and sometimes even we get object fixation, where something shiny gets our attention, whether it's something fun or appealing, or whether it's a problem that we need to solve, and it's easy to draw us off track. And I want to encourage you, just set some time on your calendar, set a reminder on your phone that first thing Saturday morning, 8 a.m., 7 a.m., whatever it is, set something on your calendar to plan out and check yourself. Hey, there's Rochelle. Hey girl, thanks for joining in. I know you've got a lot going today. So during planning mode, what do you do during planning mode? For me, for planning mode, I like to check my why. Why am I doing this? And it's okay to ask yourself hard questions. Am I doing the right things? It's one thing to be doing things right and to be getting things done, but it's an entirely different thing to be doing the right things. And so think about your life. You're busy. You've got a lot going on. Are you actually attributing your time and your attention to the things that really matter? And I'm not going to define what those matter for you, but you can define the things that matter. And it's just take a time, say, how did I spend my time this last week? If I could live this past week over again, what would I spend less time on? What would I spend more time on? And I want to encourage you to journal those things. Write those types of things down. When we write things down, it can unload our head. And maybe this week I might show you this week how I do that with some of the apps on my phone and my iPad and such, and show you how I do that. I think that might be pretty interesting to some of you guys. But think about the thing that you're really trying to do. Okay. And I want you to ask yourself, why are you doing that? Why are you pursuing that? Is there something that you kind of find yourself pursuing magnetically, automatically, when you haven't really like said, hey, that's what I want to do. Maybe you find yourself trying to be like someone, to do something that someone else is doing, or to outdo someone, and too many times we could end up doing something to try to prove a point, to try to be accepted. And at the end of the day, although that may end up, there may be some good that comes out of that, it's most likely not the uniqueness and the true calling that you have. So I want you to ask that question: why am I doing this? Why am I pursuing this career? Why am I pursuing this lofty goal? And again, it could be a good goal, but just because it's a good one doesn't mean that it's the right one. And it could be a noble cause. Noble causes are great, but that doesn't mean it's the noble cause that you need to be spending your time on, your life on. And think about this. There's hey Christina, hey, thanks for joining in. Christina says, we're taking our first step today. Oh, no way. You're getting your first drum lesson at 3. Oh my gosh. I celebrate with you. That is so cool. Oh wow, that is so cool. There's more good causes and things and needs. There's so many of them, and we could not possibly begin to even wrap our mind around all the good things that we could do. And if we try to do too many things, we won't do any of them with excellence. So we really need one of the keys to really being successful in your calling or in any venture. One of the keys is narrowing down to less. And when you narrow down to less and you focus on less, you can actually get more done and be more effective. Okay, so I want to encourage you that more is less. More is indeed less. And so, but I want you to ask yourself why, because it's easy for us to unknowingly be pursuing something that's really not for us. And you know what? It's okay to pursue something that you want to do, that you want to enjoy. It's okay to pursue things for recreation and fun. But I'm not questioning those things. I'm really questioning the thing that your heart is really drawing to and your time is really getting drawn to, that you feel like you need to be doing. And I want to read a quick scripture for you here, and it's from Proverbs. You know I love Proverbs, okay? And I'm a student of Proverbs. It says this is Proverbs 16:1. Again, I'm reading from the Passion Translation here. It says, "Go ahead and make all the plans you want, but it is the Lord who will ultimately direct your steps." Okay? And so I take a couple of things from that. Make all the plans you want. What if you're not even making plans? If you're not even making plans, you're just going to stumble through life. So one, make your plans. And God will direct your steps, okay? Make your plans and God will direct your steps. Now, you know what it doesn't say? It doesn't say God's going to direct your inaction. God's going to direct your doing nothingness, your steps. So for God to be directing your steps, you need to be taking steps, right? So I want to encourage you, take a step. Just like your first drum lesson. That is awesome. And you know what? Maybe your first step wasn't actually getting the first lesson. Maybe your first step was picking up the phone and making the phone call or whatever it was, right? And those are just little baby steps that just lead to the next thing. And so here I'm going to skip down I'm going to read you one more verse here real quick. It's Proverbs 16:3. And it says, "Before you do anything, put your trust totally in God and not in yourself. Then every plan you make will succeed." And so, friends, I want to encourage you that, first of all, we need to plan. We need to perform or do. and God will direct us and perfect that as we go. Okay, as we go. Jesus said, as you go. Cleanse the leper, heal the sick, raise the dead, cast out demons, right? He didn't say, as you sit here, as you do nothing, as you wait. No. And again, sometimes God calls us to wait. Sometimes it is time to wait. Okay? But generally speaking, I feel like the message that most of us need to be listening and heeding is the word go. Go and do. And so I want to give you 3 D's here. The first one is decide, do, and develop. Decide, do, and develop. Now, Christina, I'm going to use you and Tristan as an example here real quick, okay? Obviously, you want to play the drums, right? That is so cool. All right. So, you've got to start somewhere. And you've chosen to start with talking to someone who can teach you how to do it, right? So you don't expect to show up and be an expert and impress this guy or this girl, do you? No. You're there as a student to learn. And you're going to fumble around and you're going to feel uncomfortable. But then you're going to get better. You're going to learn a tiny piece of it and another piece of it and another piece of it. And slowly, as you persevere and keep taking action, the picture's going to come together and it's going to work. And I am proud of you for doing this. And what a cool thing that y'all get to do this together. That's exciting. And I love that. I love that. And I wish you the best. And I think you both are going to be amazing drummers. So, the other thing is, I told you about Saturday is I use Saturday for planning. Well, here's 3 P's. The 3 do's were decide, do, develop. It wasn't decide, develop, do. Let's keep that in mind. The next one is plan, perform, perfect. So you can't plan, perfect, perform. No, you will never develop and perfect until you do and until you perform. Okay? So that there's a decision, and then there's an action, and then there's an improvement. Okay? And so I think there's one of the things that keeps us back is a fear of not being good enough. I'm not good enough. And you know what? Maybe you've got a friend that is doing what you want to be doing, and you don't want to look like an amateur compared to your friend, so you don't even start out doing it because that's your friend, and you're just going to feel stupid. And I want to tell you what, you've got to get over that. You've got to get over that and put that beside you. And the longer you wait is another day of less fulfillment in what you want to do and what you're called to do and what you need to offer to this world, friends. Okay? Start your journey. Start your journey. Put one foot in front of the other. Pick up the phone. Decide, learn, do whatever you need to do. Get it moving. Come on, you can do it. You can do it. You can do it. And if you're fearful, if you're hesitant, just take a baby step, one baby step, the next baby step, the next baby step, and before you know, you're going to look up it. You're going to be a mile down the road, and it's going to feel so good. It's going to feel so good. And I want to encourage you, okay? And so, friends, I guess today what I want to encourage you to do is make sure that you're doing first of all the right things. Ask yourself the question, why? Am I spending my time on the right thing? That's the first thing. Okay, and the second thing is take action. And this is a common theme in living out loud, is overcoming fear, overcoming the voices, overcoming doubt, overcoming the now's not the time. Okay, now may not be the time for everything, but now is the time for something. Now is the time for something. So we need to decide, do, and then develop. Okay, and it will come. It will come one piece at a time. If you will get started and you will stick to it, you're going to get where you want to go. Friends, I just can't say that. I can't say that enough to you. I want to encourage you in that. Life is. There's been times of my life when I haven't. There's been times in my life when I haven't, operated out of boldness. And those are times that I look back and I'm like, why didn't I? Why didn't I go for it? You know what? Everybody knows this. What does Michael Jordan say? You miss 100% of the shots you don't take, right? Isn't that true? You miss 100% of the shots you don't take. What an amazing truth that is. And so I want to encourage you, start taking some shots. Start taking some shots. Get out there. That's the way to improve, to learn, okay? I'm proud of you. You are amazing. You're more awesome than you think. God has created you as His creation to give Him glory. And all of those feelings of doubt and fear and just shame, those don't come from God. You know who those come? Those come from the enemy, who has no power over us but to tell us lies. And his power lies when we believe his lies. That's it. When we believe what he says, it all falls apart. But when we believe what God says, our actions begin to line up. And we begin living out loud. And we begin doing and going and moving upward and doing amazing things in him. Okay? So you have unique gifts. You have skills. You have dreams. You have a calling. You have a purpose. Let's get with it. Let's not waste any more time. Take a step today. Okay? You can do it. I'm so super proud of you. And I hope you just have a wonderful, amazing rest of your Saturday. I bless you. And don't forget this. You are more awesome than you think you are. I'll see you tomorrow. Have a great day. Bye now.